Hello, Smurf Gang, and welcome back to another episode. And today we're going to talk about something that's actually quite concerning because honestly, we're in a little bit of a pickle. You see, we decided to do this thing where they went ahead and subscribed for things like heated seats. Well, stick around because I'm going to tell you a little something about a little company that just might be ruining the faith that the consumers have. So let's ride out back home from work and talk about this little thing called subscription service for your goddamn motorcycle. Alright, so as we're going to be sifting through traffic, we're going to go ahead and talk a little something about the subscription services and what it's doing to these frickin', well, the consumer market. Because listen, it's unbelievable how many subscriptions that we have. It's crazy. There are so many subscriptions for YouTube, subscriptions to be a freaking blue checkmark holder on Twitter. There's a subscription for literally everything. Dude, you can have your food subscribed and delivered to your house. This is insane now. But while I don't subscribe to most things, what I can say is I do subscribe to the feeling of this is BS and not everything needs to be a subscription. I know that's a great way to make money in a subscription service because most people forget they're even paying for it, but hear me out. You're already a cheap brand. Why would you do this? You're a brand that's doing everything right until this. And by that brand, I'm referring to CF Moto because they decided to be, well, literal assholes. They're talking about charging a subscription fee to use their services, like their ride apps or whatever they call it. These other companies have them, Kawasaki, Yamaha, etc. They all have their ride apps. And you do not have to subscribe to it. You're paying thousands of dollars for a brand new motorcycle, and then you have to pay thousands of dollars over the course of your time owning it to do upgrades and whatever else, just to have insurance, all that kind of stuff. And you're out here just, listen, paying a subscription service just to use the ride app and all that kind of stuff. You're already paying $7.99 for a 675 SS. You're paying $8,000 for that bike, and you're telling me I have to subscribe to use the freaking app? Come on now, miss me with that. CF Moto, I understand you're a cheaper bike. You're doing everything right by doing that because you're offering great value for what you're getting on the bike. And let me be honest, I have been considering one, but if they want to do this subscription service type of thing with their motorcycles, I'm just not about it. I'm not about it, and I will absolutely not be partaking in their motorcycle economy. I won't. Tariffs be damned. I don't care, right? Tariffs are one thing, and that's going to cause everything to go the way it is. This is not a political channel. If we're willing to pay, we're willing to play. Simple as that. But we should not have to subscribe to use the bike that we're doing. Imagine you have to pay for things like heated grips and stuff like that. That's insane. That's absolutely asinine. Absolutely asinine. So with that being said, with the idea of paying for a subscription service, I bought project bikes. Old project bikes. This bike is an 08. It's carbureted. There's really not much to it. You can't say much about this bike. It's 2 cylinders, it's carbureted, it goes like stick, and I like the bike. It's a fun bike, and it does everything that I want in a bike. Like, I got nothing to complain about. It's a motorcycle. It's sporty looking. It goes fast enough to keep up with traffic. I'm not going to be passing supercars, but that's fine. It's a bike. I love this bike. Do I want a bigger one? Yes, but I also don't want a bigger bike for the sake of having to pay however many dollars just to use the heated grips that is already installed on the bike. You know what I'm saying? If I'm buying the bike at $7.99 and it has heated grips already on it, why are you making me have to pay for it if I'm already paying for the bike? An $8,000 bike is not cheap, right? Just $675 SS money, right? Not cheap. Most people are going to finance that. If you're financing $8,000, another $10. Yes, what's another $10? But at the same time, for a feature that's already installed on the bike, and $8,000 that's not cheap. Most people don't have $8,000 to just throw down as cash. Let's be honest. This is the kind of economy that we live in. Just like this traffic, we're in it. We have, as consumers, we don't really have much option as far as what we choose to do with our money. Trade in this world isn't the same as it used to be as far as so free. There are conglomerates and all that other stuff, but this is getting much more political than necessary. My point is, stop trying to make us subscribe for things that are already on the dang bike. It's already on the bike, let us use it. That's what we're paying for the bike. Imagine getting a Goldwing with heated grips on it, and then they just out of nowhere decide to freaking say, hey, you have to pay for your heated grips now. I know this bike is, I don't know, $15,000 to $30,000. I don't know how much a Goldwing costs, but oh my goodness, this is insane. How the hell am I still at this light? Oh my goodness. Wow. I am flabbergasted. Holy crap, this is insane. Anyway, my point is, what was I saying? Oh, what I was saying is that it's hot. What was I saying? What I was saying is that subscribing to things after I'm already paying the purchase price of MSRP and any dealer markups and other fees that they want to include, subscribing with no matter how much, even if it's a penny a year, to use the heated grips and whatever else and the ride app that comes along with the bike is stupid and absolutely ripping the consumer a new one, and it is not fair, and I will not be subscribing to it. So with that said, should these subscription services keep happening, that's gonna be, well, the end of my ability to buy a new bike, because again, I am not paying for that crap. That is crap. That is absolute crap, and I will stick to my old stuff and just be putting new stuff on it because, well, we can do that now, because this is what they're forcing us to do as enthusiasts. If we want to have bikes that are fun to ride, bikes that are worth riding, they gotta stop cutting out the emissions, doing all this other stuff, because they're taking away the fun of the bike. Are you telling me that if I want a brand new bike, I have to tune it in order for it to cut out the dips in power and all that other stuff that you might be thinking about? Because come on, man, neutered from the factory, some of these bikes like the ZX4R, just absolute crap that you have to, well done, you're an incredible driver, you should be doing this for a professional career. Anyway, where was I? Gosh, this heat is killing me. What I was saying is that for whatever reason, as people that do consume these new bikes, as consumers obviously, we have a choice whether or not we want to pay for these heated grips, these other apps and all that kind of stuff. Yes, we have a choice not to pay for it. So with that said, I'm going to subscribe to my old stuff. I'm going to subscribe to project bikes, project bike after project bike, honestly, because that's where the value's at as a rider. You don't got to worry about all these new emission standards, power to where you have to send in a tune. Like the ZX4R comes 50 horsepower from the factory in the United States of America, where everybody knows you get 75 horsepower probably to the wheel out of that thing with a nice tune, right? That's insane that there's that much of an increase from the factory just out of a tune. That is not even like, why would you even do that? I know emission standards and all that kind of crap for Euro 6, I think it's what the standard is, but for crying out loud, give me a break with this crap. I don't want to have to gun it in second gear and lose half my power halfway through the rev range. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be something from factory that's tuned into the computer. I know it's what's required to have bikes that, you know, 4 cylinders, and maybe it's something like a ZX4R. Yes, I don't know what you're doing. To have something like a ZX4R, that is what's required, but it shouldn't be. These bikes are meant to be enjoyed to what they're supposed and designed to be, right? This is designed to be fun, sporty things, and when you neuter them from factory, you can't do all the things. That brings me to want to buy something old that doesn't have all those neuters, right? And that after already has tons of aftermarket support. So, again, with that being said, CF Moto, please don't make us subscribe to your heated grips and ride apps and all that other crap, because nobody wants that. Nobody's going to want to pay for that, no matter the value of the MSRP. Okay? We're on the same page? Thank you very much. Come on, you can do it. Hit the gas, buddy. Come on. We all want to get home in a timely manner, so get the hell out the way, man. Please. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you a CF Moto fan? Have you always been a CF Moto fan? Since the, I don't know, 370 or 450 SS? Do you ride one now? Please, let me know what it's like compared to a regular Japanese sports bike of, I guess, equivalent value. I would be curious to know, because I'm in the market for a new bike. Yes. Do I need a new bike? No. But I am interested in the CF Moto 675 SS as a new bike. However, with that being said, they start this subscription service crap. I'm out. I am so far out. But let me know what you think in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen. I am Afro Smurf. If you are a biker, please subscribe. There will be more content like this and merch coming soon. I'm Afro Smurf. Peace. This is annoying. Get out of the freaking way! Yo. Oh man, I should have passed out when I had the chance. Oh my gosh. Come on, you can do it.